Hi everybody, welcome to the Word at One for Tuesday, January 18th. This is Tuesday in the Prophets, and we are looking at the prophecy that Matthew quotes. And he quotes Jeremiah 31 verse 15. And this is the verse that he quotes. A voice is heard in Ramah, mourning and great weeping, Rachel weeping for her children and refusing to be comforted because her children are no more. And when Jeremiah prophesied this was in the midst of fear of exile and in the midst of the actual children of Israel being taken out of the land and taken into captivity. So this picture of Rachel weeping for her children is Rachel, Jacob's wife, weeping for those who were her descendants, who would now leave this land that had been promised to them through the Lord God. And the reason why they had to leave is because they hadn't heeded the warnings of God over and over and over again. But this phrase weeping, this word weeping, is something that describes Jeremiah. He's often called the weeping prophet because it seems like there's so much sadness throughout all of his prophecies. But throughout all of his prophecies, there's also a hint of hope. There's a hint of looking to the future. There is this weeping that's surrounded by the joy of what is to come. So in the Gospel of Matthew, the weeping over the children who are lost in Bethlehem, the idea of these moments and these tears being redeemed is something that comes into play because in Bethlehem, this is where the Messiah is going to come. But it doesn't minimize how it feels and the difficulty of the situation and the feelings that are right there, that are right at the surface, that are right there, that are going deep and that come out. Like, that's okay to feel those feelings. And it's okay if maybe you're watching today and you are weeping for a child of yours or a loved one or friend who just seems to be going off into exile and going off into a place that you just don't know how to reach them anymore. You know, God understands those feelings and those emotions because he saw his children walk away from him. But he always has a path back. He always has a way forward. And as the psalmist tells us, as we'll look at tomorrow, weeping endures for a night, but joy returns in the morning. And the Lord's focus is redemption, joy, where we weep for the things of this world, but we look to the hope God has for each one of us. See you tomorrow.